Hi everyone, welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. Welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. My name is Gina Pike. I'm so very happy that you're here with me today. Today we're going to be doing a finished project update. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, I have been talking about the Romi Hill Mystery Shawl Knit Along for 2022. This is called Time Heals. And if you've never done a mystery knit along before, what happens is the designer will release the pattern in a series of weeks. Like this was released, the pattern was released over 5 weeks, so we've had 5 clues. We just got the 5th clue last Friday, and I have been knitting 2 shawls, and I've been sharing each clue with you guys here in a mini update. I'm going to be showing you my finished shawls since we got the last clue and going through all of that, and that's what we're going to do today. I'm so happy that you're here with me. Let's get into it. So I've been reading. One of the things Romi Hill likes to do, this is her 10th annual Mystery Knit Along. She likes to do these little poems that are what inspired her to make the shawl and to name the shawl. So I have an update for last time I did, when I did clue 3, that was messed up. So I have the whole poem. Let's get into it. It says, a moment passes and then another, a row added to a row. At once, pieces break and others heal. Clue 3 said, our edges smoothed away and polished. Clue 4 says, our wounds healed anew, strength growing. And this last clue says, time heals, they say, and we bloom in the sun. And that's why she called her shawl Time Heals this year. Isn't that beautiful? I like to hear that, like to focus on those because I think it's really interesting to get the kind of the backstory or the inspiration of why she named it what she named it. She likes circular shaped shawls, and since this was her 10th annual, this is a circular shaped shawl, and you need 2 colors. Since I'm doing 2, I did a kit from Amanda Hope. These were the 2 colors. You had me at Grello and Steel. This is what I had left over. I believe this is 12 grams of color 1 and 11 grams of color 2. And then the other shawl I did was with a Verb for Keeping Warm. And Romi Hill put these kits together herself and picked these colors. This one is the Rumor Yarn Base, which is Merino Silk blend. And this is Pen Dulce. And then the second color is Lady Extravaganza. So those are what my shawls are going to look like. For this shawl, I had 19 grams left of this yarn and 20 grams left of that yarn, and it started out with both of them. I think that last one was 437 yards, and a Verb for Keeping Warm was like 400 yards. So there was plenty of yarn left over if you start out with like a 400 yard skein. I used a US 4 needle like she recommended in her pattern. So let's get into it. Here's the first. I'll just go ahead and do this one. This one is the one that I did with the Verb for Keeping Warm yarn. As you can see, this is a finished block shawl. This is the size of it, if I can hold it. And that's what it ended up looking like. And as you can see, I've shown you guys, if you want to take a look at my other clues in more detail, I go through the new stitches for each clue. At the end of each one of those videos, I'll link all of those down below, clues 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. But this is what it looks like. I will slowly go through this. I'll let you look at it, then we'll talk about clue 5. You can see some of the repeats and the lacy sections. A lot of lace leaves and buds, flower buds. And look at this edging. This is kind of where we've been talking about last week and this week. We focused on this lace edging. And look at how she finished this up. So beautiful. This is a super stretchy bind off. It looks a lot like a crocheted edging, but it's not. It's actually knitted, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. I do have some stitches to go through for this shawl. Isn't that pretty? The blocking on this shawl was actually very easy because it's just a straight edge across the top. and then you just had to pull these points here. It was very easy to block. One of the easiest shawls to block that I've made of hers. So I was really pleased about that. All right, so let's put that there. And then the other shawl that I made with the Amanda Hope yarn is here. And that's what that one looks like. You had me at Grello and Steel. All nice and blocked. And this is a 4-ply yarn, so it feels a little bit thicker, but not by much really. And it shouldn't be by much. And you can see the border, how it ended up on this one. Really beautiful, lacy, again, nicely, blocks nicely. So you can see the two yarns both block really well and hold the block well. They both have a merino wool base in them, which that contributes to it a lot. Now I had 3 other people knitting this shawl along with me. I had Vannessa Johnson, I had Joyce Swensson, and I had Donna Holmes. Vannessa Johnson is Tigger Girl, and she's using Arkansas Yarn Company and My First Love for her color 1, which is this top color, and then she's using Malabrigo yarn, sock yarn, and 857 Light of Love for this second color. Now we're going to look at Donna Holmes. She's doing, she's using yarn from, I got this wrong, so pay attention, and I'll link all these yarn companies down in the description box below, but her first color, the light blue speckled, is from All Dyed Up Fibers, and this is an MCN yarn, which is 70% merino, 20% cashmere, 10% nylon, and that's the Galaxy colorway from All Dyed Up Fibers. Her dark blue color is a yarn from, this is what I got incorrect, was from Red Sock Blue Sock yarn, and it is 75% merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina, and it is called Twinkle Toes is the yarn base. Really, really pretty. And the last person to share with us is Joyce Swensson. She's Yarn Motivated and Ravelry and here on YouTube. She is using a fiber optics yarn, cashmere yarn, in a unified gradient called Sunrise for her color 1. So she's got a gradient here, and then she's finishing her the color 2 is the darkest color, what her gradient's ending with, and that's the fiber optics yarn, cashmere yarn, in Darkest Hour. And aren't all of these 3 shawls just beautiful? Thank you, ladies, so much for knitting this along with me. It has been so much fun having people here knitting something I'm currently knitting with me and sharing their progress, and we have thoroughly enjoyed seeing each one of your updates. So thank you so much for sharing your projects with us and inspiring us to knit this shawl. If their shawls are not finished, I will try to post a finished picture of their shawl when they send it to me when they're done on my community tab. So keep your eyes open for that. And thank you again to Donna, Vannessa, and Joyce for sharing your projects with us. I do appreciate it, and I have enjoyed it so much, and I know everybody else has too from all the comments I've been seeing down in the comments under each video. So now we're going to get to the stitches. And if you don't want to watch that, I totally understand. You can stop the video now, but we do have some new stitches here for this shawl. You have the 4SK, which is just like the 3SK. I'm not going to show you a tutorial on that, but it's just like the 3SK, except that you slip 4 stitches and knit them together through the back loop. You have a knit 4 together and a knit 5 together, so here's a short clip on that. The stitch I'm going to show you next is knit 5 stitches together through the back loop. So it's going to involve the next 5 stitches. Probably want to get them down close to the tip so that you have it like that. Those are 5 stitches. I counted them off. So you put your through the back loop. So you have to put it through the back loop like that. And hopefully you can get the stitch to come through like that. There you go. Knit 5 stitches together through the back loop. And it's going to look like that. And I'm going to show you another way here in a second. Now this is a knit 4 together through the back loop. I'm going to show you how you can do a knit 5 together, a knit 4 together through the back loop. Okay, this is a different way you could do it. This is going to be a knit 4 together through the back loop, but you can do the knit 5 together through the back loop the same way. You want to slip, here, let me start over. So this is a knit 4 and knit 5 together through the back loop. You can slip all the stitches together purlwise to your right hand needle like that. Since this is through the back loop, bring your yarn, working yarn around like that and over, and then you're going to slip each one of these stitches over that stitch, just like this, over and off the needle. This is 4, and if you had 5, you'd just do the next one, the 5th one, and there you go. That is much easier than trying to work your needle all the way through. You have a 2-3 RC cable stitch, and when you have an R, remember when you have an R in the name of your cable, that means it's going to lean to the right. Anytime you have a right leaning cable, when you put those stitches on your cable needle or your DPN, whatever you're using, you have to take your stitches to the back so that it will lean to the right. And let's take a look at that clip. Okay, I'm going to be showing you another new stitch for the Romi Hill Shawl, Mr. Shawl Knit Along for 2022. This is another cable stitch. Basically, it's going to involve the next 5 stitches on your knitting needle. It's going to take, it's called a 2/3 RC. You're basically going to take the last 2 stitches, cross it over these first 3 stitches to the right. So since it's a right leaning cable, those first 3 stitches are going to go to the back. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these 3 stitches. Sorry, I'm trying to do this behind the camera. My depth perception's off. You take them to the back, and you want to then just knit the next 2 stitches. And then knit the next 3 stitches off your cable needle or DPN, whatever. And it's just a right leaning cable right here in the middle of this beautiful pattern. And that's what it looks like. Now we're going to look at the clip for the super stretchy bind off. Okay, I'm going to show you a little bit about the super stretchy bind off. I have a couple of videos already on this, and I will link them up above and down in the description box below. But I'm not going to show you how to do this bind off for this shawl, but this is how you do a super stretchy bind off. You do whatever the stitch is. She has the stitches outlined, but I'm just knitting these through the back loop on the edge, and you get your first 2 stitches going, and then when you have 2 stitches on your right hand needle like this, you knit those 2 together through the back loop, and then you come back to this and do whatever the pattern tells you to do for this next stitch. Since it's along the edge, that's also kind of knit through the back loop, and then when you have 2 stitches here on your right hand needle, and you knit those together through the back loop. So you just continue on in your pattern, whatever they tell you to do. And then, like I said, when you get 2 over here, you knit them together through the back loop. And it makes this really stretchy bind off. I want to show you one more thing. It makes a really super stretchy bind off that you can use to block your shawls. Now, there is a thing where you can do multiple stitches in a yarn over. And you do however many that the designer tells you to do. So you do that. There, you do not pull that off yet because you're going to be doing multiple stitches in that yarn over. But then you knit those 2 stitches together through the back loop. You're always doing that. Say that she says to do 3 right there. So that was 2. You knit those 2 stitches together through the back loop. And then this will be the 3rd one for the yarn over. And you do that, and then you knit them together through the back loop. And then you go to the next stitch. See, that's how you can do multiple stitches in that one stitch, and it'll look like that. It'll look a little bit like a crochet bind off. And don't forget, I have two videos on the super stretchy bind off that go into a lot more detail with that if you are interested. But thank you so much for letting me share my projects with you, sharing these other ladies' projects with you, and I hope you've enjoyed this project update. Now, as a surprise, I'm going to be having a giveaway here. I'm going to give away one of these shawls here on my channel. That's why I knitted two of them. If you are interested in participating in this giveaway, what you need to do is you need to make a comment below this video. You need to put the word time, T-I-M-E, for Time Heals, T-I-M-E. Oh, don't forget, if you are interested in participating in this giveaway, you must be 18 years old to enter. Please read all the rules down below. I'm going to be having another video come out soon before I pick a winner about my giveaways, changing a few changes, and there has been a few changes, so please read the rules. I've had to incorporate a few changes because of the scammers that I've been having on my channel, trying to scam you guys and scam myself, and because of some changes to shipping with USPS not shipping to some countries. So please watch that video that is coming up soon. And also, just as an FYI, so you guys know, this is a merino wool silk blend yarn. Some of you guys might be, this is superwash merino. I don't want anybody to participate if they're allergic to this type of yarn. And then this one is totally superwash merino. They're both equally soft, equally amazing. Love both of the yarn bases, and I love both of these shawls. So it's going to be hard to give one away, but I want to do that for you guys. So I hope that you will find that as a good prize as well. So thank you. I will use the YouTube random comment picker. I will pick a date while I'm editing this and put it over my face where I'm going to be picking a winner. It's going to have to be probably after the after June 4th, because I'm going to be having Amanda Hope, who dyed this yarn, on my channel for a live show. And we're going to be talking, I'm going to be showing her the projects I've made with her yarn. We're going to be talking about her yarn. Hope you guys can come. It's going to be great. And she's donated a really nice prize to be given away during the live show. So I hope you guys can come to that. But it'll probably be after that. And what I'm going to let you guys do, the winner of the person whose name is picked, I'm going to let them pick which shawl they want. I'll let them pick if they want this one, the pink one, coral and pinks, or if they want this yellow and grello and gray. I'll let you pick. It'll be up to you. So I hope that'll be fun. I hope you guys will be interested in that. Thank you so much again for watching all of these videos, watching all my stitch tutorials for this Romi Hill Mystery Shawl Knit Along. Like I've said many times, it's one of my favorite times of year to participate. One of my favorite mystery knit alongs to participate in. I enjoy it so much, and every time I'm done, I'm kind of a little bit sad because it's done for another year. But anyway, thank you again. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Please take care of yourselves. I hope to see you all very, very soon. All right, bye-bye.